team from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Florida Gators offense will go on the attack first. If you look at this game on paper, it really shouldn't be much of a matchup. You have a high-powered offense against, candidly, an overmatched opponent. But, hey, you never know. You got to line up and play the game.
On paper, this is a horrible matchup. But this game's not played on paper, right? Like, this defense, they're going to have to play their best game. They're going to have to play more consistent than they have. They haven't tackled well this season. They're going to have to play their best game against a great opponent. But we've seen upsets happen. They got to get some adrenaline, some emotion, something good to happen early.
I think it has to happen early, David, and then the question is, can they maintain that over the course of the entire game? Listen, it's college football. 18 to 22-year-olds, and maybe this offense just thinks they can come out here and roll their helmet out on the field, and that's going to get it done. We've seen crazy stuff happen, but no doubt, this defense has to play out of their minds today to have any shot.
And the Gators, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Here's the handoff. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Back to pass. It's Lagway. Fires to the right. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Guys, let's chat about Florida. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman, David. There he goes! And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's ball. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that
one. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Runs through a tackle. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Gator! Great job by the back on the option.
Man, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Washington State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
From the gun, running back on the move. Quick spin on the ride. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Cougars come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Back to throw, it's Duggar. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Line gets set, first down. They'll try the run. Runs through the tackle. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the inside give. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Quarterback on the keeper. Picks up the first down. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and makes the huge play.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense. Now you're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big second down. Here probably expecting the offense to throw with a little bit more room to work with.
Just steamrolling the defense. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Washington State. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good to finish things off. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag.
Intentional grounding of offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on second down. To throw, it's Lagway. Throws to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the...
Oh, he's got some space. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's going for it all. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Grabbed over the middle, it's Johnson. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Run in the red zone, it's Johnson. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. A fun postseason battle here, deadlocked at the end of the first. Here's a quick check of the stats so far. As we move into the second, let's hope the rest of the game lives up to the early start. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Floating away. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And that is a play the big fella is never going to forget. Johnny on the spot, he's able to scoop up the fumble. And there was just green grass out ahead of him, and the big fella rumbling and stumbling as far as his legs would take.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Back to throw, it's Lagway. Got a man, it's Brown. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Hold it.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Line getting set on second down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll line up for a second down play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Second down, he'll throw it. Caught over the middle, it's Jackson. At midfield, he's got room. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. First and 10 from the 32. Looking for space, it's Daniels. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Gators have this offense rolling. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back. Nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Leaves it with the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
The inside handoff. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run the option. Touchdown, Florida! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They took it 68 yards on that drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He'll try it again. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason.
There he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so...
Touchdown, Gator! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
And this offense shows you why they are really hard to stop. The long, explosive run. You think everybody's thinking run, pile in the box, the play-action pass. They can beat you with the run. They can beat you with the pass. This is a tough offense to stop.
21, Washington State, 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Going over the top. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to the ground game on the left. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Holding. Offense.
They had the 1st down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Quarterback adapting. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hooks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. And the Cougars want to pick up the tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. And he he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Looking for more room.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Got the first down and more. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Gators come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Grabbed behind the line. It's Sturdivant. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they need.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. He'll bring it out. It's Freeman. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Gators will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, David, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shouting and you get the quarreling amongst each other, you get some motivation. You need something good to happen early. This first possession, get the football, go make something happen, create some momentum.
Cross the 30 out to the 33, engage 4 on the play.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Takes the handoff. It's Ball. Got the first down and more. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Running back searching for a hole. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Quick strike complete. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry today.
The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. And the Gators with the 1st and 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out. There he goes. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Now inside the 20. 1st and 10 from the 18. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Card in the backfield. It's Brown. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Gators really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He'll set up to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver...
Touchdown, Florida! And the pummeling has started.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and maybe tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
Here comes the Wazoo offense. Field again. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got...
Brings into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. The give to the back. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. They finally rustle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly to the tight end. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The give to the single back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Washington State sends out the punt unit. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Grab near the sticks. It's Brown. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. On first down from their own 22. From the gun, DeGale looking for room. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Gators will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin them deep. Wants to bring it back. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. Washington State will have to boot it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for room at the 30. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
caught in the backfield. It's Brown. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Got a man. It's Jackson. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown. And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Pulls it in. It's Meredith. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Duggar. Rushes on him. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one. And that
hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Wazoo headed to the line with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Here's the pressure. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking for room, it's Clark. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Grabbed behind the line, it's Clark. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. To the air, it's Flagway. Fires to the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And the Cougars can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points.
Lost one deep down the right side. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. They want that clock to run. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of...
Turning it on! Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
So you get stuffed on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.